It is actually 100 years this month, 100 years ago, that Howard Carter risked the curse of the pharaohs to plunder the pyramids in the Valley of the Kings. Has Egypt seen such a gang of thieves? Only this time, forget the grave robbers, it's the gravy train robbers who are pilfering the untold wealth of the West in the belly of the despots, also known as the luxury climate change junket COP27 at Sharm el-Sheikh. As the Daily Mail reports, you're not going to get it here in the New Zealand press, that's for sure. As the Daily Mail reports, world leaders and delegates jetted into Egypt for the COP27 climate conference will be able to dine out on $180 mushroom sauce, covered beef medallions and sip on fancy bottomless cocktails. While facing calls to cut down on meat consumption to save the planet, those with the taste for the luxury can snap up an Angus beef medallion with sautéed potatoes and scoff back a $90 seafood platter for starters. No wonder all the greatest and the most powerful leaders of the climate cult are descending from far-flung cities, flying in by their Learjet or luxury gas-guzzling yachts to lecture the rest of the world, yes, to lecture you and I how we should eat bugs and insects in order to reduce our emissions. Indeed, our New Zealand climate change minister, with a gaggle of lying load of low-life individuals, bravely went to Egypt in search of riches beyond their wildest dreams. Mark Shaw, now known as the Nefertiti of net zero, the Ramses of renewables, or the King Tut of the nanny state, has returned mummy-like from his dead career as leader of the insidious Greens of New Zealand to plunder the hidden treasures of endless government renewables. Those are the subsidies in order to save the planet. The poor old humble Kiwi, yes, we, the humble Kiwi taxpayer, will be defiled and desecrated and dragged into an afterlife of perpetual impoverishment. All this supported by the Red Queen of New Zealand, who has one constant wish, that is to have New Zealand reduced to a land of meat-free, bug-eating, carless society of idiots with a future as dim as any other Zimbabwe. The New Zealand delegation has insisted that the controversial issue of loss and damage be added in the last minute to the agenda of the Sharm el-Sheikh conference as a gesture of solidarity for the Pacific countries. Now, this translates, of course, that New Zealand, with Aussie taxpayers, are going to hand over a king's ransom to any lucky Pacific leader who sticks his hound out, because apparently we ghastly ANZACS, yes, we, are to blame for their island sinking under the waves, even though, as proven by any science or government department, that most Pacific islands have actually increased considerably in size, as even supported by the United Nations rebel. Of course, like any ancient Egypt's cult, the climate change cult relies on scaring the living daylights out of anyone who dares question the orthodoxy. But forget ancient skeletons and mummies coming back to life from the secret burial chambers. Today, climate warriors are much more adept at striking fear in the hearts of their loyal followers. Their loyal followers, those who wish to join the elite with this new power over the Earth's population, the everyday citizen who only get their news and comments from the government-subsidised TV, radio or print media. But the sad and large group of the brainwashed are those who are actually under 30 years of age, and certainly all those nincompoop school teachers who faithfully go to work every day to continue the brainwashing of our children.